A wing that folds, 7 years of delays, and the largest jet engine ever built for a commercial aircraft. This is the story of the most ambitious wide-body Boeing has ever attempted, and why it still has not landed in a single paying passenger's hands. In November 2013, at the Dubai Air Show, Boeing launched the 777X with 259 orders worth $95 billion at list prices, the largest commercial aircraft launch by dollar value in aviation history. Emirates ordered 150, Qatar Airways 50, Etihad 25, Lufthansa 34. They were buying a specific promise: a twin-engine wide-body that would carry more passengers, burn less fuel, and operate from the same gates as the aircraft it replaced, all at the same time. That last part is where the engineering got uncomfortable. The 777X comes in 2 variants. The 777-9 carries 426 passengers across 7,285 nautical miles. The 777-8 carries 395 passengers across 8,745 nautical miles, putting it in direct competition with the Airbus A350-1000. To achieve that efficiency, Boeing needed a bigger wing, the largest composite wing ever installed on a commercial aircraft, with an aspect ratio of 10:1, spanning 235 feet and 5 inches. At that dimension, the 777X becomes a Code F aircraft, the same infrastructure category as the Airbus A380, meaning most airports cannot handle it without expensive gate modifications. Airlines had been clear from the start. They would not order an aircraft that forced airports to rebuild. No matter how efficient in the air, it had to behave on the ground like the plane it replaced. Boeing chose a third option, and it came from an unexpected place. Folding wingtips have existed in aviation since the early 20th century, used on naval carrier aircraft to fit wide wingspans onto flight decks. No commercial manufacturer had ever applied the concept to a passenger aircraft. Boeing decided to change that. The 777X's wingtips, 7 feet long on each side, built from advanced composites, fold upward on the ground, reducing the wingspan from 235 feet and 5 inches to 212 feet and 9 inches. That folded dimension is essentially identical to the existing 777-300ER. The aircraft lands, slows below 50 knots, and the wingtips fold automatically. At the gate, it fits into the same Code E infrastructure as its predecessor. Before takeoff, pilots extend the tips using a dedicated cockpit switch. A mechanical locking bolt engages. The system is electronically isolated from any power source that could trigger folding in flight. The aircraft cannot take off with the tips in the wrong position. Escalating alerts up to a rejected takeoff command ensure it. This is not just a clever workaround. It is a complete reimagining of what a commercial wing can be, one that performs differently in the air than it presents on the ground, optimized for 2 entirely separate operating environments simultaneously. No aircraft in commercial aviation history has ever drawn that distinction before. The FAA had no existing regulations for folding wingtips on commercial aircraft. In May 2018, it issued special conditions specifically for the 777X, requiring Boeing to demonstrate load limits in all flight conditions, prove no electrical failure or turbulence could unlatch the mechanism in flight, and simulate every worst-case scenario. The folding mechanism alone improves fuel efficiency by approximately 10% over previous 777 models. Maximum wing in the air, minimum footprint on the ground. Powering that wing is the GE9X, the largest jet engine ever built for a commercial aircraft. GE invested more than $2 billion in its development. The fan diameter measures 134 inches, wider than a Boeing 737's entire fuselage. During testing in Ohio in November 2017, it produced 134,300 pounds of thrust, breaking the previous world record. The engine runs at an overall pressure ratio of 61:1, compared to 40:1 on its GE90 predecessor. It features 16 carbon fiber composite fan blades, down from 22, moving more air with fewer parts.
The high-pressure turbine uses ceramic matrix composites, tolerating temperatures that would destroy conventional metal, requiring less cooling and delivering greater efficiency. Nitrogen oxide emissions come in at less than half the current regulatory limit. The result is 10% better fuel efficiency than the GE90, translating to roughly 3,000 metric tons of fuel saved per aircraft per year. Combined with the enlarged wing, Boeing projects the 777-9 delivers 12 to 13% lower overall fuel burn and 12% better fuel efficiency per seat than the A350-1000. Airbus disputes those numbers. Nobody outside the manufacturers can independently verify them, because the 777X has not entered commercial service. That sentence contains the story within the story. The 777-9 first flew January 25, 2020. It was supposed to be an airline service that same year. Then 2021. Then 2022. Then 2025. Then 2026. First delivery is now expected in 2027, 7 years behind schedule. GE9X durability issues delayed the first flight. A door blew off during structural stress testing. The 737 MAX crisis changed how the FAA reviewed novel features across Boeing's entire product line. In August 2024, cracks found in the engine thrust links grounded the test fleet for 5 months. In late 2025, another GE9X durability issue was identified during a bore scope inspection and investigated. Every delay forced launch customers, Lufthansa, Emirates, Qatar Airways, Cathay Pacific, to restructure fleet plans built around delivery dates that kept moving. Some ordered additional A350s simply to bridge the gap. The cascading effect of a single program running 7 years late rippled through fleet strategies at the world's largest airlines simultaneously. Boeing maintains the 2027 delivery target is unchanged. Emirates reaffirmed its commitment in November 2025, ordering 65 additional 777-9s, while simultaneously encouraging Boeing to study a stretched 777-10 variant carrying up to 450 passengers. That order answers the question analysts had been asking, whether demand for a 426-seat wide-body still existed in a market moving towards smaller point-to-point aircraft. At Emirates scale, connecting continents through Dubai, a 426-seat twin-engine aircraft burning 12% less fuel per seat is not optional. It is the business model. If you want more stories about the aviation decisions shaping the next decade of global travel, subscribe to AviaTails. Hit the bell so you never miss a video. See you in the next one.